Welcome back to my channel. On this series, we're talking about the Subpac. Bam! Once again, trying to find something on my channel, use the playlist to navigate. Okay, here is a con. And I'm not cutting any of this out because I want you to understand the seriousness of this con. Wires. There's two wires. So basically, am I getting that? It's in there. It's in focus, whatever. One of them is the headphones. One of them, I can't get the camera to focus. One of them is the headphone and one of them is the line in. So if I go to the line in and then I go to the headphone. No, I did that backwards, whatever. But actually, that's a good point. Like, look how much stuff I got to do. So you got, say for instance, okay, let me just do it right. So you got your headphones. The wire's coming from your headphones. But then you also have the wire that's going to your phone or your audio interface or whatever it is that you're using. That in itself is just too much. It's too many wires. Like, it's not a quick thing. Like, you have to actually plan your process, like when using this thing. Like, it's not quickly put it on and go. Like, you got to figure out, okay, how am I going to do the wires? They do have a good thing here where you can put the wire through here. I'll look over here because I have myself on the screen, so I just make sure I'm on the screen. But yeah, so I mean, you can wrap your wires through here, but there's a lot of wires. Now, this does have a Bluetooth option, which is still a con, because one of my other cons that I was telling you about was the intensity knob. So if you turn the intensity knob up too far, if you remember from that video, the device shut off. Well, if the device shuts off, what happens to your Bluetooth connection? It shuts off. So then you have to reconnect. So unless you're going to find the optimal positioning of the sound, it's going to shut off and you're going to be more annoyed than anything. If you have a hard connection to the unit and the unit shuts off and it will turn back on, the music's going to pick right back up because it's a hard connection. The intensity level I'm finding from my cell phone is a lot hotter than me coming out of my studio equipment. Obviously, because I have the ability to, turn down the signal in, one or two different ways, actually 3 different ways. I can adjust signal in my studio. But on my phone, it's one way and it's a direct signal. And for some reason, my phone makes this trip a lot more than my studio does. So obviously the cell phone is pushing out a lot more volume. Well, I guess it's pushing out the same volume, but with the cell phone, you don't have as much control. So if you do use this in a studio, I noticed that I haven't had the same amount of problems that I have using it with my phone. And in fact, I can push the bass harder in my studio than I can push with my cell phone, which is so weird. Don't understand it. In the studio, I use it more. I use it louder. It hits harder. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next episode.